Dan Hooker and Arman Tsarukyan face off for the first time ahead of UFC Qatar.
Killer. Social, tell me when you're good. Okay. Facing forward.
Following his win over Della Maddalena over the weekend, Islam Makhachev has officially dethroned Ilia Topuria and is now ranked the UFC's #1 pound-for-pound fighter. Speaking of the pound-for-pound debate, Bryce Mitchell recently explained why he believes he is the true pound-for-pound #1.
Who do you put as pound-for-pound best right now, in your mind?
Me.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because pound for pound means there's no rules. That means I can grab a gun and I'd kill everybody in the woods. I would. I mean, because it's what it means. It means I get to fight heavyweights. Well, okay, so now we're not talking about weight classes. So now what are we talking about? I can shoot too. So I'm the best pound for pound there ever was in the UFC.
Demetrious Johnson thinks Della Maddalena may have been injured in his fight with Islam Makhachev.
The grimace on his face, I feel there's something wrong. I felt like he was not 100% in this fight. I could be wrong, but something tells me, man making a face like that all the time in all the whole fight, he was probably battling an injury.
Both Daniel Cormier and Chael Sonnen said they actually felt bad for Della Maddalena, seeing the pain on his face throughout the fight with Islam.
Wasn't on point, and there was a grimace on Jack's face. There was a grimace that said, I'm hurt. And there was something about me, and it wasn't the fighter or even the human being. It was the father in me. As a father, I wanted to go and I wanted to help him. I wanted to say, young man, are you okay? Do we need to get you something, young man? He had a look of actual pain on his face.
Chael, I gotta be honest, and I kind of felt bad for him when I was watching. Like, I felt like sad for him because he looked hurt and he just really looked like dejected and like kind of broken.
Matt Brown explains why he was not impressed with Della Maddalena's coaches at UFC 322. During the fight, he posted this on X, saying terrible cornering from JDM's side. On the most recent episode of The Fighter vs. the Writer, Brown said it seemed very odd to me, like they were just trying to fire him up the whole time. I said he could be as fired up as he wants. If he doesn't start doing something different, it's not going to help. He's fighting hard as hell. He's grimacing the whole time. He's squeezing as hard as he can, fighting against those submissions as hard as he can. The guy is giving it his all. Telling him to give it more is not going to help a single thing. If anything, tell him to relax a little bit. One of the things I'm big on with cornering, it's very difficult to stay in the moment. We always think about what happened in the last round. I think it's a lot like golf. You can't worry about where you just hit the ball. You have to worry about where you're going to hit the ball next to get closer to the pin. If you're sitting there thinking about your last shot, you're just mentally f***ing yourself. I would have loved to hear them say, hey Jack, sprawl your legs back when he comes in for a shot. Stay heavy. Have your hips heavy. Something along those lines. Whether it would have helped or not, who knows? It's one of those things. We don't have any idea the dynamic between them as friends, their relationship as coaches. I try not to hate too much, but in the moment when I was hearing it, and I posted on Twitter, it was just driving me nuts. I can't listen to this. This is not the way you corner a guy at a high level. You're in a championship fight against potentially the greatest of all time. Certainly one of the greatest of all time. He's absolutely in that conversation now. He has the potential to be the greatest of all time. That's not how you talk to a guy in the corner. He's already the champion. He's motivated to go out there and win the fight. I remember the one round Craig Jones came into the octagon, gave him a little bit of actual advice. I don't remember which was which, but earlier in between rounds, it was Craig Jones and later on it was whatever other coach. Craig Jones was trying to give him real advice. It would be interesting to hear Craig's take on that other coach's take. I'd like to hear what they have to say, not just beat a dead horse on people that can't defend themselves. I would like to hear their opinion, their thoughts on what their corner strategy was, or what they were thinking or what they were trying to say. Kamaru Usman reacts to Leon Edwards getting knocked out by Carlos Prates over the weekend.
Oh man, is this sport unforgiving. Sheesh. Should we, Henry, should we run this train down of what has happened here? Let's run this train down, okay? Ben Askren, Jorge Masvidal, leaves him out there on a stretcher. Jorge Masvidal, Usman, it looked bad. Usman, Leon Edwards, Sheesh, head kick heard around the world. And then now Leon Edwards and Carlos Prates.
Yeah, dude.
Man.
No, I that's funny that you bring that up, but yeah, bro, his eyes were fucking rolling in the back of his head, bro. Jesus Christ. Like it was I guess maybe you didn't catch him with it, but he eventually got caught by somebody, and that fucking sucks, dude.
Oh, that's the thing, is you never know. That's the game, is you never know when it's your time.
Sean O'Malley believes that if Khabib had never retired, he could have gone on to accomplish everything Islam Makhachev has achieved. Sean also says he believes Islam is skilled enough to have success even in the middleweight division.
I'm sure Khabib's getting a lot of satisfaction from his star pupil. But I'm like, God, imagine Khabib. I mean, that takes Khabib out of the greatest 155-pound talks. Like, he could have done that. He could have went to 170 and did this too. And who knows internally if he's like, God, I don't know. That's something I'm most scared of, is not reaching my full potential. And like, that's like something I think about a lot. Like, I gotta take advantage of these years while I'm like this age, 30 to 31 to 35. Like, I gotta fight. I have to put in my effort to do whatever it is, whether I reach more success or not. I want to give it my all. And I wonder if Khabib ever thinks like, God, I had more in the tank. And it's just like these years, because you can coach when you're 30. You can coach forever. Islam's smart enough to know that's probably the only. I mean, at 185, he could probably beat most guys. Probably could do that to most guys. Hamzat is just a bigger version of Islam. Like, there's just that would be sick to watch. That'd actually be a fun grappling fight. I'd love to see that.
Ali Abdelaziz says the plan was for Khabib to eventually move up to welterweight, but his close friendship with Kamaru Usman stopped it from ever happening.
We all know at one point, it's always the plan back in my head, was Khabib to go to welterweight, right? But at the time, Kamaru was there, and they was very good friends, and it was like, and this guy's a little bit different, and Khabib is a little bit different than Islam, and now Islam is like very much. He was supposed to fight Belal, but he said, I don't want to take this away from my friend because they trained together. Belal is not the champion anymore. He lost to Jack, and that was a great opportunity for him, and he was ready for it, man. And we see how strong he is, how dominant he is, how big he is.
Jorge Masvidal was thrilled about Dillon Danis getting beat up at UFC 322. On his podcast, Jorge revealed a conversation he had with Chanko, aka John Pork, beforehand, and reacts to Dana White banning Dillon from all future UFC events.
Peace out. He did get his beat by the Muslim Brotherhood. They stole it from me because I was literally on my way to whoop this. They've been sending a couple messages, and I was like, all right, cool. You keep sending these messages, brother. We're gonna have to see each other. As I start walking towards my seat from the VIP room, I run into Chanko. I'm like, what's up, man? And the police is all over. I go, what happened, brother? And he's like, nah, just chilling, bro, all good. And I see his hands are blood, and I'm like, nah, something happened. What happened with you, man? Look at your hands. He goes, no, all good, bro, a little problem. I took care of it. And I go, all right. So bam, I took a picture, I keep walking. And as I'm getting closer to the arena, to the stands, the UFC starts coming running at me. You stay right here, don't move. What just happened? What'd you get into? And they're grabbing me, they're holding me, and I'm like, bro, I just literally got here. Luckily, the UFC always has me with two glorified babysitter security guards, because every event they got two bodyguards on me everywhere I go to make sure I don't cause no trouble or get in no trouble. So those guys vouch for me. They were like, nah, man, he was with us, he ain't do nothing. Literally, I just got here, brother. I wish I could have done something. So by the time I got out to the main event, all the good fun was taken away already. Dillon Danis had already got mopped up, kicked in the face. They made him eat shit, made him lick the floor, and then they kicked his out and banned him. So, sucks for you.
Ian Garry says that if he defeats Belal Muhammad this weekend at UFC Qatar, he will be undeniable for a welterweight title shot.
Posted your video of your reaction and predicted some results as they were going to happen. You called that left-hand process right away. But just what do you think of the title picture, and does that add pressure or urgency to perform a certain type of way this weekend?
No, obviously when the lay of the land was laid out for everyone and we knew Patrick was going to fight Leon and Brady and Morales and then Islam and Jack and me and Belal, You've got the 8 best welterweights on the planet competing within 7 days of each other. Obviously, the champion was decided. It's now Islam Makhachev. But for the other 6 competitors, it's completely irrelevant until my fight takes place. I've beaten Prates. When I knock out Belal Muhammad on Saturday night, I'm an absolute champion. The number 1 contender in the world. I'm next to my opponent. And that's it.
Paddy Pimblett had some words for Justin Gaethje today. As many of you know, Gaethje recently stated that if he doesn't receive the next lightweight title shot, he will retire. Paddy thinks he's acting like a quote-unquote proper b****. He said, "I don't ever want to say a bad word about Justin Gaethje because he's a legend, but he's doing interviews lately being a proper b***, saying the UFC owe him and he deserves it and all that. No one's owed nothing. You fight for it. My last win, I beat someone in a better fashion who was a higher ranked opponent than he won in his last fight. So I know he's a legend, and obviously he's done a lot for the company and all that, but he can't just demand a title shot." Then you've got Arman, who hasn't fought in 18 months or something like that. Paddy also spoke on potentially fighting Ilia Topuria next himself. He continued, "Me and Topuria's got the storyline built in. It's all there. It's half nice for me that he won the belt, even though I don't like him, and I'd rather him not be a 2-division champ. It's better for me that he won the belt, because if Charles would have won, I definitely would have had to fight somebody else. With Ilia having the belt, the storyline's already set up. It's all ready to go. I don't understand why it's not announced, why it's not already made and written in a contract. We'll see what happens over the next few weeks." At UFC 322, Carlos Prates knocked Leon Edwards out in the first round. Today, Prates called out Islam Makhachev. He said, "I'm the easiest fight for Islam, because Kamaru Usman, he's a bad He's already damn good at wrestling. I'm different. I get taken down the most. Come fight me. It will be easy for you." Carlos and Islam had a few friendly encounters leading up to UFC 322. Islam was surprised with the way Prates KO'd Leon due to how much he smokes.
Let's go. Nutella cake, bro. Nutella cake.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Prates, he beat former champion, you know, like clear knockout. They're both very good, you know, very tough, young. And I'm surprised how these guys who smoke all day beat the former champion, you know.
How do you guys think that fight would play out between Islam and Carlos? Post your thoughts in the comments. And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's from J Noel 1. It says, "Sneaked and jumped Dillon Danis 10v1. Then Danis got a lifetime ban. Sucks to be him today." The second one's from Corbin. It says, "Shouldn't Ali be in a federal prison or something?" And the final one's from Project X7. It says, "Anthony Smith really shouldn't criticize fighters." Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.